Hello students, in our previous class, we discussed about the BFS algorithm and DFS algorithm to find a spanning tree. So today I am going to discuss how to find a minimal spanning tree. So before going to discuss minimal spanning tree, first I am going to define two definitions. One is weighted graph and the second one is minimal spanning tree. Okay, so coming to the definition, that is weighted graph. A weighted graph is a graph in which each edge small e has been assigned a non-negative number. A non-negative number. So that is, we call that as weight of that particular edge. We denote it as W of E, called weight of E. Weight of E or length of E. Okay. So for example, I am giving you one example. So this is A, B, C and D. So now I am assigning the edge AB by 1. It means that 1 is nothing but the weight of that particular edge AB. Similarly, I am assigning the edge BC by 2, and this is 3 and this is 4. So we call those numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 as the weights of the edges. Okay, so weight of that particular edge or length of the edge. Okay, so whenever each and every edge is assigned by a non-negative number in a particular graph, then we say that that particular graph is a weighted graph. Okay, so we call this graph as a weighted graph. Okay, this is the first definition. So next one, minimal spanning tree. Minimal spanning tree. So we all know that how to find a spanning tree for the given connected graph. But now we are going to find the minimal spanning tree. Okay, so let G be a connected weighted graph. So in order to find a minimal spanning tree, every time we have given a connected weighted graph. It means in the above example, we have mentioned what is a weighted graph. So in that way, we have given a particular graph which is a weighted one. Okay, so a connected weighted graph will stop. The weight of spanning tree of G is the sum of the weights of the edges. It means a minimal spanning tree A minimal spanning tree of G is a spanning tree of G with a minimum weight with minimum weight. Okay, so for understanding, once again, I want to explain with example. So from the above example, that is a connected graph. If you want to find a minimal spanning tree, so from that graph we have to remove one edge. Okay, so we have to remove one edge. Whenever we have removed one edge, then we get a spanning tree. Suppose if you want to find a minimal spanning tree, so every time we have to select the edge with minimum weight. So first we have to select the edge with minimum weight, that is 1. It means we have to select the edge AB. After that we have to select the edge BC, and then we have to select the edge CD. Okay, so since the given graph contains, in the above example, it contains 4 vertices, so in the required spanning tree should also contains 4 vertices. Okay, so if the given graph contains 4 edges, then in the spanning tree it contains 4 minus 1. It means um, we have to form the edges. We have to form 3 edges in that particular spanning tree. So whenever I have drawn AB, BC, and CD, then we get 3 edges and all the 4 vertices included in that particular graph. Then we say that that is a spanning tree. Of course, that is a minimal spanning tree. So why? Because I am saying that is a minimal spanning tree means if you add all the edges, all the weights of the edges, we get 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6. That is one spanning tree. Suppose if you remove the edge BC, then also we get a spanning tree with weight 8. Okay, similarly if you remove the edge 1, then also we get a spanning tree with weight 9. So we can find spanning trees with different weights, but the minimum spanning tree is nothing but it is a spanning tree with a minimum weight. Okay, in this way we can find the minimal spanning tree. Okay, so for finding the minimal spanning tree we are having two methods. One is Kruskal's algorithm and the second one is Prim's algorithm. So that is what I am writing here. A minimal spanning tree by using two algorithms. One is Kruskal's algorithm. One is Kruskal's algorithm and the second one is Prim's algorithm. So these two are very, very important for finding the minimal spanning trees. Okay, so now I am going to discuss the first one, that is Kruskal's algorithm. Right. So what is the input and what is the output in for this algorithm means? So here the input is nothing but a connected weighted graph. A connected weighted graph. It means there must be a non-negative number assigned for each and every edge in that connected graph. So then we say that that is a connected weighted graph. Okay, so that is our input. And for this particular connected weighted graph, what is the output means we have to find the minimal spanning tree. Minimal spanning tree. Minimal spanning tree T of G. So this is our output. Okay. So now coming to the step 1. So step 1. In step 1, what we have to do is list all the edges of G in non-decreasing order. Non-decreasing order of their weights, which do not form a loop. Which do not form a loop. Okay. So in the given connected weighted graph, what we have to do is, first of all, we have to represent the edges which are having minimum weights. I mean, sorry, which are in increasing order. Non-decreasing means increasing order. Suppose if we are having a particular edge of weight 1, so first we have to write that particular edge. After that, if you are having one more edge with weight 1, then you have to represent that also. In this way, we have to represent the edges. We have to list all the edges in the increasing order, such that, so representing of this particular edges do not form a loop. So whenever, if you observe that in a particular graph, if you're representing a particular edge, if it forms a loop is nothing but cycle, then we cannot represent that particular edge. Okay. So by representing a particular edge in that particular graph, if it forms a cycle, then we cannot represent that particular edge. Okay. So those edges which do not form a cycle, so we have to represent only those particular edges in increasing order. Okay. That is the first step. So coming to the step 2, after listing all the edges in increasing order, so next select an edge of minimum weight. Of minimum weight. If more than one edge of minimum weight then choose arbitrarily one of them. It means if we are having two edges of weight 1, so then we can select any one of the edge. Okay. So arbitrarily one of them. So this is the first edge of T. Here T is nothing but the minimal spanning tree. The required minimal spanning tree, we represented the minimal spanning tree by T. Okay. So in step 1, what we have to do is, so we have to list all the edges, weights of the edges in increasing order. Okay. In the given connected graph, we are having weights of all the edges, so that we have to represent those edges, weights of those edges in increasing order. Okay. We have to write the name of the edge, and we have to represent the weight of that particular edge. Similarly, next name of the edge, and we have to represent the weight of that particular edge in increasing order. That is what we have to do in first step. So coming to the second step. So after representing all the weights of the edges, we have to select an edge with minimum weight. Okay. Suppose if you are having a particular edge with weight 1, then we have to select it. Otherwise, if we are having a weight with minimum weight with the 2, then we have to select it. Okay. If we are having more than one edges of the same weight, same minimum weight, then we have to select any one of them. Okay. So that is our second step. So coming to the step 2, step 3. At each stage, select an edge of minimum weight from the remaining edges of G. It means every time we have to select an edge with minimum weight. So if you selected one edge with minimum weight 1, after representing that particular edge, then once again we have to represent another edge with minimum weight. Okay. So if it does not form by representing that particular edge, it doesn't forms any circuit. Okay. So we have to represent only those edges which do not form a cycle. So from the remaining edges of G, if it does not form a circuit, okay, with previously selected edges in T. Okay, that is what we have to keep it in mind. So if you represent one particular edge, some edges in T, it means a minimal spanning tree. If you want to represent another edge in that particular spanning tree, so first we have to see that it doesn't form any cycle by representing that particular edge. Then only we have to represent that particular edge. Here what we are doing is, every time we are selecting an edge with minimum weight. Whereas in BFS algorithm and DFS algorithm, so we need not to bother about the weight of the edge. We can select any edge. Okay, we can select any edge so that it doesn't forms any cycle. That is also we have done without forming any cycles only. We have find a spanning tree in both BFS and DFS algorithm. Here also, while representing the edges in the spanning tree, we have to keep it in mind that it doesn't form any cycle. Okay, but here we are choosing the edges with the minimum weights. Here we are having a number, a positive number, okay, assigned to each and every edge in that graph. So here we are selecting a particular edge with the minimum weight so that it doesn't forms any cycle by representing that particular edge in the spanning tree. Okay, right. So this is step 3. Coming to the step 4. So repeat step 3 until n-1 edges n-1 edges have been selected comma where n is the number of vertices. So we have to continue this procedure until we get a number of until we get the n-1 edges. It means suppose in the given connected weighted graph, we are having 4 vertices. So then we have to repeat the procedure until we get 3 edges. Of course, on 4 vertices. So a spanning tree should contain all the vertices in the given graph. Whatever the vertices we are having in the given graph, those vertices should present in the spanning tree. Okay. So and the number of edges should be less than 1. Less than 1. One number of vertices. Number of edges should be 1 less than number of edges. If we are having 4 vertices, then the spanning tree should contain 3 edges. So we have to repeat this procedure until we get n-1 edges. Okay. So then we can stop on that particular graph. So, and it is the required spanning tree, minimal spanning tree. So why we are saying that there is a minimal spanning tree means, so every time we have selected an edge with a minimum weight. Okay, so we are having a lot of edges with a lot of weights, more than 1 2 3 4 5 6 in this way. So every time we are selecting a minimum weight, we are selecting an edge with a minimum weight. So with the minimum weights, we have drawn a spanning tree. So that we call that as a minimal spanning tree. So this is Kruskal's algorithm to find a minimal spanning tree. Okay.